We're going to take a look at some helmets right now. Not too many because I specialize pretty much in the 5 MVP helmet and some 3 QB helmets. Now, Holy Grail is used quite often in the industry, but I guarantee you there's not a collector out there, there's not anybody in this business who wouldn't put the 5 MVP helmet at the top of the list. The #1 most sought after piece. Let's take a look at it. I did this chronologically. I met with Paul first. He signed 1961 MVP. I then drove over to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, met LSU University. I met Jim Taylor there. He signed the 300. That's right. There are 300 of these helmets that exist, and they are dwindling. Every year, about 20 get sold. So there we look at that side. So chronologically, flip it around. And yes, that's all 4 of Aaron's MVP years. He just signed this for me. I'm filming this on October 20th, 2022, and Aaron just signed this 2 days ago. So there you go. You've got all 4 of his MVP years. It's a complete helmet. It is a pro line, not a replica, not a knockoff. It's the real deal. The 5 MVP helmet, please give me a call, give me a text, send me an email. Let's talk about it. Now the Hall of Fame backfield. There we go. This is a nice one. No smudges, no smears, no nothing. You can see the helmet, the old TK. You can see the signature quality, second to none. There you go. Hall of Fame backfield helmet. Now I got some 3 QB helmets, as I like to call, and I'll go through them. We're going to show you 3 of them, maybe 4 of them here. I won't go over all the, you can see them down there, the stickers, the holograms. But you got a Bold Favre, you got Bart, and you got Aaron. Again, all pro line helmets, the modern players, we got pro lines, no replicas, no knockoffs here. So there you go, there's one. You could just call that option 1 for now, I guess, if you're looking at that one. Now let's get you another one here, just signed by Aaron. And I've got, I think, 2 photos, 2 close-up photos of Aaron signing this exact helmet. Again, there's the holograms and stuff over there. I won't get into that too much. Big bold Favre, big bold Bart. So here we got, I wanted to get the inscriptions to match a little bit. And since Brett used the Super Bowl champs, I had Aaron put Super Bowl champs. And of course, we're going to put in all 4 of his MVP years. Look how he did that. There you go, beautiful Aaron Rodgers. There you go. There is a premium 3 QB helmet. Let's look at another one here. I also have photos, I think 1 or 2 photos of Aaron holding this helmet up, signing this exact helmet. There you go. You can see the green tape signed there. I haven't put 4X MVP because that's what Brett did over here. I'll try to get rid of this glare so you can see everything, but look at that. There's Bart. See some slight in the T of the star and the B of the Bart. I wouldn't call it perfect. I would call Brett and Aaron excellent and Bart pretty darn good, but just want to put it out there. There you go. You can see that one. Again, comes with pictures of Aaron signing it. Now this one's a little bit different over here. This is one of those ones done way back when they had Bart and Brett on it. This was not mine. It's got Aaron on it. This was done many years ago. And then someone added Paul. I think the idea was, I bought this. And the idea was someone was going to try to do a 5 MVP without the MVP years and just get them all. And then Jimmy passed away, Jimmy Taylor. Let's see if I can get that. So there you go. That's what this was originally. It was Bart and Brett, then Aaron added, and then Paul. I'd probably maybe just wipe off Paul and have the 3 QB. Now a little bit of the older guys here. We got Paul Hornung. Obviously a nice big legible Paul, so that's not from anything done in the last 5 or 6 years of his life. That's kind of an old one. I think I did this in 2012. March of 2012. You can see the helmet. Here's one. Let me get down here. There's Jimmy Taylor. There's Paul. And obviously I had hoped to put Bart on this because I represented Bart Starr and Jim Taylor. I tried to put a Hall of Fame backfield, but Bart became ill. So these are pretty inexpensive. There's Paul. There's Jimmy. Nice old helmet. And there's one for Blast from the Past. These were done way back when he won the Rookie of the Year, Eddie Lacy. So it's the real deal Pro Line helmet. If you want a great deal, all you'll pay for is the helmet. You won't pay for the signature. There you go. There's some helmets. Okay, let's do some footballs, but I want to go back because I forgot one helmet. This is a replica. I usually don't touch replicas, but I got this as part of a collection buy. But it's a beautiful Bart Starr signature, and it's got Lynn Dickey on the other side. So, I mean, if you like other quarterbacks, heck, you could add Favre, and you could add Rodgers, and the Magic Man. You could add a lot of different things on here, or you could just say, hey, I'm just going to wipe off Lynn Dickey and make it a Bart Starr helmet. So there you go. I forgot to list my helmets earlier, so there you go. Now, nobody's got Bart Starr like I've got Bart Starr. Look at that. I would spend a week with Bart in Birmingham. Get in there Sunday, and we'd work Monday through Friday. Then I'd head back on Saturday back home, and I'd give him his sweet time, and I gave him the big, thick silver paint pens. Look at that. It gets no better than that. I don't care what you've got elsewhere. Sell what you've got, spend a few $100s more, and get something like this, the real deal Duke footballs. I'll leave this in here. These are the rare 4 inscription. Only 18 of these exist. I think I got 2 left. But this is a situation where I asked Bart, you're always signing what other people want, you to sign. If you were to sign something, what do you feel are your most important accomplishments in professional football? He thought of 4 things and wrote them down. There you go. There's the 4 things Bart himself thought of. There's another 2 inscription. There's a really nice Jimmy Taylor. I think that's the last Jimmy Taylor I've got. I also represented, Jimmy and Bart. And I got some nice pieces from Jimmy. Here's a Best Wishes Bart Starr on a white panel. So it's a white panel. It's going to cost less, but it's still good quality. There down there in the bottom is something. There's Paul Horning. A nice bigger than usual. So that means it's an older ball, but it's on a new football, not an old Duke. Reggie. I've got a bunch of Reggies. I think I bought, there was something like 16 of these that came available from a charity that had them, and I purchased, I think, 8 of them. So I got more here in the room. But look, that's a very, very nice Reggie White on white panel. And inexpensive. These aren't the usual, $2,000, $3,000 Reggie pieces. These are rather inexpensive. Here's something, obscure things. When I buy a collection, I sometimes get things like this. Best Wishes, Mike Holmgren. What do we got down here? Go Packers. Ron Wolf. There we go. Here's before I go to the football, I'll put it down here so you can kind of see it. Wait, let's go like this. There we go. You can read it here. Pause the video. So there's the Reggie signature that said it's been enhanced. So the Reggie signature was legitimate. It looks like somebody touched it up. Maybe it bled a little bit, so they put a little marker on it. But there's your original. There's a whole bunch of other people on here. I have no idea who they are. I'm not going to take the time to learn. So this is an inexpensive item because all these other people are on it, and you kind of just need Reggie on it if you want something really cool. But I'll show you some of the other names on here. There we go. I've got one. I had a bunch of pieces at a consignment shop at Stevens Point. They changed ownership, so I picked up some pieces. I was sold out here at the room, but I've got a nice Jordy Nelson on the new football, not a knockoff, whatever, it's the real deal, official NFL football. I got a couple of Clay Matthews, and these are a lot cheaper than what you'll find online. His prices went up when he retired, so I've got them there. And I've got a few obscure things here. Some books, for example, we've got a Bart Starr quarterback book, and it's inscribed So if you know a Brian, I give you a great deal on something like this, or you can just use the Bart Starr signature and cut it out. But I think you'd want to keep the whole book. It's the old Bart Starr quarterback book. And then over here is, this belonged to a very prominent local sportscaster, Lombardi's Run to Daylight. So while he covered the Packers, he got all the players, not all of them, but a lot of the, the brand name players to sign it. And so I'll kind of pop up a few here. There's Red Cochran. Let's see what we got here. Jimmy Taylor. So he went through this book. To Tom, best wishes, Bart Starr. I think that's the only one that's personalized. But a really interesting book. We got Willie Davis. I better skip through this a little bit here. Got Skoronski. Where's some the other ones we got here? Ray Nitschke. I mean, the book is just filled up. I'm just kind of grabbing a couple, cherry picking. Paul Horning, Willie Wood, others there. So anyway, give me a call if you're interested in that. And here's something that every time I show it, people really, really want it, but I'm not often in the room here, and I forget about this thing. Here is look at that Super Bowl ticket. Still on the, ready to hang on someone's neck. It's in excellent condition. I think it would grade very, very well. Expensive seats too. Super Bowl 45, a $1,200 seat. Let me go to the back. You can see kind of the hologram there. So it's the real deal Super Bowl ticket. If you got a project and you want the real deal ticket, let me know. Thank you. Let's look at some jerseys now. We'll start with Bart Starr. Go down here when he was younger, Alabama. It's my last Alabama jersey left. So if you want his whole career, university and professional, there's an Alabama. Here's what I consider the best Bart jersey I've had. Excellent quality jersey, excellent signature, excellent framing. A high-end piece, no doubt. But for those who don't mind paying a little bit more for quality, this is a heavy piece. When you just see it, you look at it, you lift it up, you know this is a quality piece. The signature, look at it, flawless. Let me pull back again. So if you really want a high-end piece ready to go on your walls, you got one. Now we got a couple up here. And if I just show you this, you're going to love this piece. A double inscription. Bold inscriptions, bold signature. A nice piece. Certainly worth adding to your collection. But look, when it was framed before, obviously it had nothing to do with me. I bought it with some collection or auction. And they got some tape here, so they didn't have a professional framer. So you'll need to find an experienced framer. They could hide those because what you're looking at in the framing is still good. But there's a piece that's going to be discounted because it needs a little love from the framer. Here's a piece, another jersey. Look at that Bart. Try to get it here so you can see it there, but flatten it out a little bit. There you go. Excellent Bart Starr signature. So another Bart Starr, some good variety with Bart. Jimmy Taylor, this is my last one. I did 10 of these. Jimmy wrote in the numbers, so we know there'd only be 10 of them. All his accolades, what he thought were the most important accomplishments of his NFL career. Beautiful rare piece, just 10 exist. Great Jimmy Taylor. Clay Matthews, the real deal Nike jersey. The expensive jersey, not some iron, printed on numbers. These are the stitches, as you can see. It's my last Clay. I had it up at my consignment shop, sitting there stored. I forgot about it for about 8 years. So there's a Clay. There's some Devontae Adams. They were cheap before, obviously cheaper now. Devontae in white, Devontae in some kind of retro colored. There's an Aaron Rodgers one. It's got some COA stuff somewhere. I got the paper for that. JSA. Nicely framed. All set up. Ready to buy. Ready to hang on your walls. An older Aaron Rodgers jersey. There you go. let me know. Last one, Reggie White. This might be sold by the time you guys see this video because people love Reggie and his prices have doubled recently. But I think my prices are far more reasonable than anything online. Let me kind of show here. People like to see all these tags. But there you go. There's a Reggie White jersey. Let me know if you're interested. Let's go through some photos and canvases, you know, frame stuff for now. I'm going to cheat a little bit. I don't have a lot of time. I got to get out of town back to California tomorrow, so I'm not going to do my full video of all the pieces I've got here. We're going to do about probably 20% of them. There we go, Wisconsin Icons. I mean, you guys know this piece. You know what I'm asking for it. It's a very expensive piece. One of two exist. It is just a great, great piece. Ice Bowl stuff. We got lots of Ice Bowl sneak pieces here. I've got photos. Here's framed. I also have loose 8x10, a loose 11x14, and a loose 16x20. I think I have one of each size left. And as I tell in my videos, since I've represented Bart and Jim, I do things a little bit differently. Although your local companies that you're familiar with, I do this for them. Get Bart's star on it. But mine, just for me, have that. I'd asked Bart to write in Ice Bowl and the date. That was written in by Bart, not by me. So I've got all kinds of variations of this. So this is rare and more valuable. There's the 16x20. Now here's the beaver print. I bought out the whole entire remaining inventory of this piece. So I have a lot of these, so I can get you a good price on that. Signed by Bart. Jerry Kramer, John Beaver, the photographer. So here's just different variations of it here. I like this one. Look at this one. These two, they go together. You can just have that piece or get that one, same price. So the certificate is framed up. You see that? So with the replica Ice Bowl ticket, very cool piece, beautiful piece. Love the framing on this, love the piece. There's the same piece, just a different style. So that's less bling, I get more conservative, beautiful framing compared to the one over here, which a little bit bigger piece because it's got a little bit more bling in it. The Packer and Bears 75th anniversary pieces. I show the Bears, as you know, because every Packer fan has friends who are Bears fans, so let them know. Show them my video. The Bears piece is an exceptional value. I also bought out the inventory of this piece, but I only have, I believe, 2 left. I sold one this week. So if you want to know more about it, let me know. I'll send you more. But the Packer 75th, all sorts of players. And you can find these online for about twice as much as what I asked for mine. And they're all faded. You see, mine are not. Why are mine beautiful, bold, crisp, clear signatures, and all the others are faded? All the original, probably 80% that were put out, there was an issue with the paper signed on and being coated. They should have been coated with something. But mine were stored, finally saw daylight. They've been coated or whatever is supposed to be done. I don't know anything about framing. You guys know that. But my pieces are beautiful. The Bears piece, I kind of like the Bears one even more than the Packers, you know, just because the names on it here are just incredible. I'm going to go through it, but, you know, basically I'm going to go too fast here. I can get you all the information. Just email me. But just an incredible piece. And if you got a Bears fan done in the Bears colors, let me know. I can charge you less than half of what everybody else is asking on eBay for it. And mine are exceptional quality. Here's some canvases. I've got 30 canvases in the room. I got a Jordy one. That's got an excellent Jordy signature down there. So that's the last Jordy I got. I'll give you a great price on it. I got one in black and a few in gold. And then there's the same Ice Bowl one, 24. These are all pretty much 24 by 36 inch canvas. This one's done in gold. I'm going down. These all have the plastic on it. So this is the only one I got. I did 3 of these. I sold the other 2. Got this one framed up. This was sitting in storage for, I don't know what, 8 years or so. Beautiful piece. This is one of the pieces that you got to see in person. The ice bowls and stuff, heck, you've seen those before. But to see this piece in person, it is just gorgeous. Knockout. Only have one, and the only reason I've got that one is because it was stored at my consignment shop in Stevens Point, and I picked it up on my last visit. I didn't even know I had it, to be honest. Visions of Glory. I got a couple options on this. In my opinion, I like this piece because I think the 4 biggest stars of the glory years are on it. You can argue, but I don't know. It's hard to beat that Paul Hornung, Bart Starr, Jim Taylor, and Ray Nitschke were the 4 biggest stars the Packers had in their glory years. I don't know if you can argue that, but so this piece has it all. Only Visions of Glory typically has all of them. I've got a few options for that too. Haystacks. I've got 16 by 20. I got the big ones. Look, you're going to see them all here. So just let me know. This one's less expensive because it's got nicks and the glass broke on it like 30 years ago or so. And so there's little white speckles in it. If I didn't show you the other ones, you'd never notice on here. It just looked like an old photo. Beautiful piece. Now look at these two here. The framing on these are big, bold, you know, main pieces in a collection. Just pop out on a wall. I mean, I like Lombardi Legends better than Haystack, of course, but this is a kick butt piece. Love the quality of framing on it. I'll just show, in case you're interested, you kind of want to see the signatures. I'm not going to ship this anyway, so you're going to have to come by and see it in person. Just gorgeous, just gorgeous. Here's another one. Now, there's a lot of these signed, fully signed 11 by 14s. There's not as many 16 by 20s. And there's very, very few of these huge 18 by 23s that are fully signed. Well, there's 1, 2, 3 of them I've got here. This one's a different framing style, a little bit different color scheme. You can come and see which one matches the stuff you've got on the walls right now, what you've got. But exceptional quality. Of course, Lombardi Legends. What can you say about Lombardi Legends? Speaks for itself. You know I've got them. I did about 60 of those 16 by 20 photos. I think I got maybe 4 frame pieces and about 4 loose ones left. The price is going up. I mean, 3 of these guys passed away in the last, 3 years or so. So I'd advise, if you don't have one in your collection, talk to me. Yeah, they're not cheap, but you know Lombardi Legends is a great piece. Let's sneak down over here. We see the Ray. Ray Nitschke, Route 66. There you go. Signed by the artist. There's Ray's signature. It's a limited edition number. So there's the Route 66 piece. I also have another one. I must have 3 or 4 of these, but check out the signature quality. Trying to get it without the glare, but it's a good, very, very good Reggie. Willie's always good because he sounds in the light one. I think I got 3 of these with different framing styles. Here's a signature series with Bart and Brett. Signed by the artist. Nice big Brett. Okay, let's go inside the room and just do kind of a quick review. I've already did the jerseys. There's a huge mud bowl, 24 by 36 inch canvas framed. Delicate piece without that much glass, but it's a really good piece. My light's not working in the room, so let me try. Let's see. We got the light on, there we go. So I've got some Bart Starr stuff in there. They're standing on the side with the coach. I'm kind of cheat a little bit here and not show too much Bart. I got this one in here though. I want to kind of show, there's some more Bart stuff. This one here. This is a piece that came out unsigned by anybody, but check this out. Thanks, Coach, Bart Starr, with the postage stamp piece. It's a small piece. It can go anywhere. One of my favorite pieces because I don't know if it's one of a kind, but I've never seen another one. There's an 18 by 10. I've showed you the canvas before. More pieces. More pieces. I'm just going to kind of whip through these so we can kind of... There's the same piece, but all the bling. Super Bowl replica tickets and rings. Let's see what else we got. Oh, we got more ice bowl stuff. I better watch this so it doesn't cave in my racks of stuff. Different sizes, 16 by 20, 16 by 20. There's Legends of Lambeau. We saw that before, I think. More Legends of Lambeau. So if you're interested, there's a Bart Starr one with more bling. Let's put this all back. Got a few. There's the Fireman Carrier, whatever, with Greg Jennings. I got my flash on now because it's dark here. My lamp's not working. That's the original diploma for John Blood McNally. Yeah, I got a lot of crazy stuff. I'm not sure why I've got it. I got some unsigned pieces. You know, this piece here. Nice piece. I think it's signed by the artist. Some player stuff here. Let me get... some more Lombardi Legends pieces. What else we got back here? Oh, these are just some more styles of Lombardi Legends in there. So more framing styles. A lot of mud bowl. In this area is going to be a lot of mud bowl stuff. I've got a lot of the mud bowl, various sort of, you know, Lombardi's guards. More Lombardi's guards, just different styles. If you're interested, you let me know. I'll show you some different styles. And then now we're going to get a lot of the different Packer sweeps. This again, the same image, signed by Paul, Jerry, and Fuzzy. Just different framing and different bling. You see how one's a little bit big. This one's a little bit bigger. It's got some bling down there, bigger framing, even bigger here, bigger here, more blingy. So that's kind of, I'm just going to go through these here. Now, framed up 3-player mud bowl. Then in gold, etc., etc. Looks like there's just more of those. Okay, let me put all those back. Lots of these prints. I'll show you this one framed though. So maybe you don't want 60 of these exist. These sort of sketches. I mean, I think they're pretty nice. And there's just you don't need to buy a frame piece, that ice bowl one. Kind of look at them upside down. I got to look like this. I'm probably, there we go. Most of these pieces, I think most of you guys are familiar with. Ice bowl signed. Tony Canadale, etc., etc. And here I've got some baseball stuff. Robin Yount, Paul Molitor, Gantner, just Yount solo. There's some, I think there might be some Clay Matthews in there. There might be some, oh, there's a Clay Predator, but that is a nice piece there, that Clay one. And I kind of want to get rid of some of the, I don't know if you can see the signature. Again, some Roger stuff, more Roger stuff. And then I think we get baseball stuff. More baseball stuff, Robin Yount. And then there's canvases again. Mud Bowl canvases, Mud Bowl, Jerry Kramer. I'll get rid of this stuff real cheap. I got the 2-person Mud Bowl. You can see these pictures on my website. So this is the one with Jimmy and Paul. These are more expensive than you might think because Jimmy was the most expensive signature there was, the rarest and most expensive. It wasn't Bart, it was Jimmy. Jimmy didn't like the sign. There's Super Bowl I signed by Bart. More that Mud Bowl. There's the one in black. I showed you one in gold before. The Lombardi Legends canvas, etc., etc. There's Eddie Lacy canvases and some Brett Favre canvases. Let me put all this stuff back here. And let's head over here. Over here is going to be more frame pieces. There's a Paul one. There's a Ray Nitschke with all the bling. And then there's some Reggie stuff, unsigned there. This one's unsigned too, I believe. So rather inexpensive. Some more of that signature series, another signature series, a little bit bigger one because it's got more bling. There's a lot of 8x10s in here, a lot of Reggie stuff, signed Reggie. There's a Reggie. There's another Reggie. I don't want to take it out. This is kind of a cool one here, though. Ray Nitschke signed one. Then there's a whole set here of signed 8x10s, the same style. Like you could fill up a wall space with Bart Starr, Willie Wood. You can see the signatures: Ray Nitschke, Fuzzy Thurston, Jerry Kramer, Paul Hornung, Willie Davis, Herb Adderley. So that's kind of cool. You see they're all the same. Now this is more of a Hall of Fame backfield area here. This one's got a different, the Bart is, different color, like maybe it was bleeding or something. So, and this is one everybody loves. Everybody tries to nickel and dime me to get this for cheap, but you know that this one here, you don't get better than this one. So that is a very cool Hall of Fame backfield one. Sorry the lighting isn't good again. There's some more Visions of Glory. Again with Paul Hornung, Bart Starr, Jim Taylor, and Ray Nitschke. There's another one, just different. This one has Visions of Glory on top, and this one does not. There it's signed again by the Hall of Fame backfield. Paul Hornung, Jim Taylor, and Bart Starr signed it. What else we got here? We got that piece I showed you here, this sketch one. That's really nice, of the three players signed by those three legends. Here it is here, Packers Hall of Famers and Legends, signed by them. There's 60 of those that exist. Let me just, there's just another framing style. That should cover the framing. Up here, these are canvases. So up here is the Lombardi Legends canvas, and some of the things you've seen so far framed up, whether it's photos or canvases, I have a lot of loose canvases here for them. And then there's bats over here. This is a bat, one of 12 that exist, that was signed back in 2012 by Ryan Braun and Aaron Rodgers. They both included their MVP years on inscriptions. And there's a baseball that has the same thing, that has Aaron Rodgers and Ryan Braun on it. So that covers some different things. Lots of Ryan Braun bats. If you want them at half price, I'm happy to get rid of them. Thank you.